Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. I appreciate it. Shout out to the NTZ crew. There's Jacob Tande. I'm pretty sure Michael Beach of Life is going to be on here today. Thank you. Shout out to my fourth quarter members. There's Harry Shoulders. I just saw Mr. Passport King. Congratulations again on your wedding, brother. What's up, Jeffrey Tanner? All my old heads, Ron Lawson, and a few others on here. Thank y'all. What's up, Golden Gate? Any new viewers and subscribers? I've got a bunch lately. Welcome. What's up, Confident Voice Speaks, and welcome to retirement. We want to congratulate you, man, on jumping off that hamster wheel. What's up, Jason? And everybody catching this on replay. You know, we always have a topic. I thought I was going to be able to come on here and say that the peso was still over 59, but it's dropped a little bit. It's what's up, K Dallas? It's 58.9 exactly. When I got up this morning and was making my notes for the live stream, it was 59.09. Hopefully, it's going to come back up. Let's hope. But that 58.9 is unbelievable, to be honest with you. Kenneth Foster said, greetings, Cal. He said, what's better, city girl or province girl? Well, that's a good question because the city girls come from the province. Philippines has a rich culture, man. Stick. It's not a whole lot, really. You know, be careful what you wish for. A lot of guys want them province girls, and they're a handful. But, I say you can't really go wrong if you take your time and get to know the woman. But, yeah, it's a big difference. If you just go by what the Philippine Statistic Authority says, that 45% of Filipino adults have access to the internet, but only it goes down to 34% when you go to the province. So a lot of times they're going to be out of touch. But yeah, be careful. Hey, Raj, welcome. The topic today, we're going to talk more about the I Came 8,000 Miles for a Girlfriend Club. So welcome to the club. And it really wasn't about coming here for a girlfriend. That's what we have in common. What this really is about is getting along over here as expats. Because that's one thing that shocks me more than anything else. I can understand the hate from without because I'm going to tell you something. Men over here and men who have come over here, met somebody, and took them back, we're the envy of half the Western world. But it's the enemy from within I don't understand. We don't have to agree. We don't have to get along. But the understanding that comes from traveling all the way over here to the Philippines should garner me some respect. We don't have to hang out and all that kind of stuff. But what it is, we're trying to convince ourselves and everybody else that we're doing it better somehow. I'm over here in the Philippines. I got more money. My girlfriend's better than yours. I've got my situation ironed out a whole lot better than yours. It's a whole lot smoother, and I think it's ridiculous. Never in my life, until I started getting on this YouTube, have I seen so many grown-ass men acting so childish. So that's what it's about, man. You know better and you know worse. We come over here, we worry about, well, how much money you got, who you with, what visa you have, and all that kind of stuff, man. The potential for a real expat community is here, man, but it's the same shit that divides us back in our own country that gets in the way. I mean, so much potential over here, man. Imagine Look how big these channels are. I've got 62,000 subs. I think Filipino P is approaching 400,000. Old Dog has over 100,000. Every Man Has a Story is up what, 80 or something. Geo and all these big channels. You tell me that 1,000 expats couldn't come together and just make just an unbelievable expat resource center or something like that. I mean, life could be a whole lot better for us if we just got along. That's all we have to do. Just show me some respect. What's up, I Love the Child? 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. If you've been here one time, you're part of the club, man. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Robert? He says $1,700 monthly. Social Security, I'll be there in May. Your thoughts? I say, come on, man. I'm not going to discourage you. I'm going to say don't sell everything back home. I'm of the 90-day getaway, the 90-day fix. Give yourself at least 90 days. That's the minimum. I would say a year, really. But there's guys who get off the plane and start inquiring about SRVs and stuff like that. What's up, Roger? Are you over here in Southeast Asia yet? Yeah, all you have to do is make it over here once, man. You part of the club. And see, this is what gets me. Even trolls. Okay, you don't have to like me. You don't have to agree with anything I say. But if you come over here and you married a Filipino, you got a Filipino girlfriend or whatever, we got that in common. That's a good starting point. But we're always trying to, I'm doing it better than you. We want to ridicule each other, put you down. It's ridiculous, man. He says, I came 8,000 miles and found a wife. Been 5 years now. I got lucky. No, we don't get lucky over here, Jason. We get unlucky. You didn't get lucky because most of the women over here are good. Okay? But we can get unlucky when we rush and all of that. We should be sharing our experiences, man, to help each other to be like Jason, who's found a good thing over here. See, I can understand you, Jason. I can relate to you. This is a good starting point because I'm in the same shoes you are. So why should anything else matter? But we make it matter. Okay? But another reason I made the video was I'm trying to get rid of the stigma that's associated with coming to the Philippines. There's a stigma about coming over here. I mean, how dare us? Who do we think we are? Do we think we're superior to Filipinos or something? But we put it down. It's like, oh, you're a loser for coming over here, man. That's not true. You're far from a loser. Hey, Rashad Smith, thanks for that super chat. He said, I'm not going to lie, you're a hell of a salesman for the Philippines. You got me thinking. I may come there for 3 months next year, especially if my VA disability comes through. That tune up, the wife chances is winning me over. Well, I can only tell you my experiences, Rashad. Once you get over here, you'll be part of the club. But thank you for that super chat. If you've been over here, you made that trip, man. You can understand what we're going through. There's no reason for me to be envious of any man that's over here or who's been here. I can understand the guys who haven't been over here, man. They're jealous, man. They're envious. They're like, man, I want what you got over there. I got 20 more years. I got 10 more years or whatever it is on this hamster wheel. I'm taking care of my family. I still got minor children I got to deal with. They can't get over here. They're not part of the club. But the men who have come over here, okay, we blaze the path for people coming behind us. We're living our best lives, whether it's here or you took the wife home and you living your best life, man. That's all we need. Just show me some respect for that. You got my respect for doing that. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you and put you down, tell you what you're doing wrong and stay on your case. This is a support group. We're trying to help each other. We want to make sure that your outcome fits your income. He said, I'll join the 8,000 mile club on December 15th. 90 days is my scheduled trip to see exactly if it's real or not. Yeah, see? The club is growing every day, man. It's an exclusive club. A lot of people don't have the courage or the resources to do what we're doing. But what we do, we make it over here. It's like, oh, and then we start fighting. I'm like, you people are crazy, man. Show me some respect. Show your fellow man some respect over here. He made that brutal 20-hour trip. He's acclimated. He's adapted. He's adjusted. He's living his best life over here now. We don't have to hang out. You don't have to give me a call on the phone. Just respect me. Let's get along. Don't drag me down. But that's what we do. We want everybody to think, I'm doing it better than you. We're both over here. I'm going to tell you where I got this idea. Kai sent me a video of an old guy. And he was with a young Filipina, and she was pregnant. You know, and I felt him. I was like, okay, am I supposed to laugh at this? Am I supposed to put this man down? No, because I walked in his shoes. We're the same, man. We're the same. Okay? We're all in this together, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you will be shocked, man. Okay. The YouTube I've got on my television, I got a smart television. And the YouTube is on a Fire Stick that a guy gave me. So it's really not my feed. A lot of the feed is his. And I get some strange club videos, man. These are guys who are in the club. And they're, you know, fighting amongst themselves, arguing, putting other people down over here, man. We got to stop that stuff, guys. We're too old for that. Nothing comes from that. Nothing good comes from it. That's why I made the video. Hey, Rashad Smith, thanks for the super chat. He said, my only concern may be the lack of curves. Well, you don't have that to be concerned about. I told you my ex-wife was 26, 36 when I met her. And she didn't even weigh 100 pounds. It's here, trust me. Okay? Remember, there's not one Philippine. It's spread out. If you like curves, then you go down in Mindanao for the most part. That's where they are. He said, I'm an ass man, and that's been kind of the hesitation. Are they built like L and Zoom to tie in the Philippines? Absolutely. I mean, what makes you think all of them are built like L in Thailand? Whatever you're looking for, Rashad Smith, it's over here. Okay, if you take your time, it's over here. You never seen Merlin's legs. She got big legs like that, girl. But Merlin works out, though. But that's nothing, man, you know. Yeah, Thomas, thank you. He's part of the club. He said that's all any man deserves. Respect goes a long way. That's it. You should be able to understand my situation more than anything. All that opinions and all that stuff, man, goes out the window. The fact that you see me sitting over here in the Philippines and you've been here before or you live here before, that's enough right there. You should be like, okay, I know what he's going through right now. If you're married to a Filipina or you're living with a Filipina, okay, now we've got something to talk about. Most of the time when I ask guys, when they say, hey, are you coming? Can I stay in the guest house? Right? I say, absolutely. I said, are you coming by yourself? I really want them to have somebody. That way we can go out on a double date. And, you know, Merlin can chat with his girlfriend and me and him can chat. Because you got a lot in common, man. We got more in common than differences. This is all I'm saying. But it's got to the point of being ridiculous, man. I mean, really. But a lot of that's personal. You can't fix stupid. Some people that's just who they are. I'm saying you don't have to do that. You go up in Angeles City, man, they got some real tight cliques up there. But that's how it all should be. When you see a foreigner on the street, man, you should give each other that look. Just hit him like that. Like, yeah, I know what you living your best life over here. Don't look at his woman. Oh, she's a 3. Look at him. Look, he's 69 and she's 19. He said, I'm just bad my time till I come back. I miss the days where I can go out for the night for $20 and actually enjoy myself. And the friends you make in the Philippines are the ones you keep for life. Thank you, man. This is all I'm saying. This is exactly true. I mean, I've had some great relationships over here. Because if nothing else, man, I mean, it's an easy conversation to have when you see a foreigner. Okay, you can understand each other. It's a good understanding, man. Okay, but I don't get it. I really don't get it. He said, Calvin, where are the chicken heads in Cebu? I don't understand what you mean. What's up, Dan? He says, are there Filipinos built like black women? I'm interested in visiting. Well, there's black women here, man. The original Filipinos are black. If you go on my community page and you go back far enough, I'm there with 5, 8 of women. But obviously they are, man. Filipinos they're not the typical Asian. They're not when you think about Asians, you think Korean, Japanese, Chinese, like this. No. Filipinos are mixed, Polynesian, African, European. They got a lot, man, of culture, man, and they're thick over here. Somebody put a 1 in there if you agree with me and you over here, you're part of the club. And you know they thick over here. Because everywhere you go, the Philippines is different, man. Negros Occidental is different than Cebu Island, okay, which is different from Bohol. All of this came up under the Philippine flag to fight the Spanish. That's the history. Before the Spanish came over here, these were different. All these islands were sovereign. They had their different cultures, traditions, customs, religions, and everything. Food, languages. It's still there today. He said, I'm treated like a king. It feels great. Go where you appreciate it. Yeah, see? And this is why the armchair bros, the plantation bros, and all that, they don't like us. I mean, that's just a fact. They don't like us. But I don't understand why somebody who's over here living their best life is going to have a problem with somebody else over here living the best life. Y'all make that make sense to me. Happy people don't fight. Happy people don't troll and all of that, man. We just don't do it. He said a double date would be great, and my saw was about the same age as Maryland. Yeah. I mean, every time I get a chance, we do it. But we came 8,000 miles for a girlfriend. And you'll get pushback for that because I came to retire, I didn't come from a woman. They'll start all of that. The fact that you did, though, that's what we have in common. We have to start. That's a great starting point right there. Okay, you can come up with 1,000 reasons why you came and you don't believe none of them. Other than the fact you came 8,000 miles for a girlfriend. We're all in this together, man, once you get over here. Do they like what, Kenneth? Please don't say do they like black men. When you see me sitting here in front of this camera, Kim, don't do that. Don't. See, you're not part of the club. See? But people are chomping at the bit to be a part of this exclusive club, and it's growing all the time. But all we want to do is fight each other. You know, Merle was talking about the drama. There's not no real drama here, you know, because of what you see on YouTube. It's very little, but that shouldn't even exist. Disagreements, yeah, but then let that go, man. I'm living my best life over here. He said, being overseas, period, having someone you can relate to is very important. It gets real quiet quick. Thank you. It does. What's up, Mark? He said, some expats have the look that they don't want to be bothered. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy that most people gravitate to. Yeah, and even if they don't want to be bothered, just give them that. Yeah, I know what you dealing with. I know what you're going through, because it's not all, you know, strawberries and cream, but I can understand you. We have that understanding. Yeah, yeah. You mean the 8,000 mile for a woman club? Yeah, it's a fan club. It is. It is. He said, when's the next meet and greet? I'm going to have one in December, probably somewhere around near Christmas. And it'll probably be here in San Carlos City, which is not hard to get to, guys. You know, let's show up, man. You know, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't think, what? Okay, y'all need to get your clothes on and stuff. Get ready. If you don't think if you think I'm joking about the potential for this just unbelievable expat community, if you ever get a chance to go to one of the meet and greets in Dumaguete, man, they come out, man. It'd be like 100 people. There's no fighting, there's no arguing, man. The potential's here. But you have those few that always wanna, you know, cause problems. I'm like, well, what's the problem, man? Aren't you happy? Aren't you living your best life? What is it? Thank you. Yeah, one. Yeah. Yeah, Angelo. You see them. When I was in Davao, man, anytime you go down in Mindanao, you're going to see them, man. They're thick over here. I mean, thick. I wouldn't lie to you. Okay. They try to joke on my ex-wife. They didn't know my ex-wife when I met her. She was 36, 26, 36. I already told you she gained weight when she went to America. But she still got a shape, but they're over here like that. He says, I've been with my girlfriend for years and I'm happy. She does not want to come on YouTube because she is concerned about being criticized for being with a foreigner for money or visa. Yeah, I mean, you know, but we can understand you, Raymond. See, you're speaking to the choir when you're talking to us. See, if you told me that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But if you're talking to an armchair bro, or, you know, somebody who's not a member of the 8,000 mile club, they're not going to understand. They're going to push back and say, well, she is with you for visa and money. He said lots of Spanish influence in the genes because of the American Spanish War. No, it was before that. It was, hell, the Spanish was here, man, 350 years before America ever showed up. But I know what you're saying. He said, wow, I need my next fix. It's going to be a long 2 months. Oh, before you came back, before you come here, he said, haters are going to hate and all cultures. Stay clear of haters because they will suck the life out of you. I just never seen, until I got on YouTube, Dan, I promise you this, and this is no lie. You know, I keep it real. I've never seen grown ass men act so childish. The way they troll each other, and you know, if you say something they don't agree with, they'll make a whole video about it, or they'll have a whole discussion group about it. I don't get it, man. I'm like, you over here living your best life. Or you've come over here. You've come over here. All you have to do is come over here. Get involved in a relationship, man. You one of us now. He said, I'm 6'5", 62 years old, in great shape, retired, and financially stable. Do young Filipino women like tall men? Well, my buddy Khan is 6'7". He don't have no problems, Roger. Okay, he's 6'7". Well, I'm just saying, you heard wrong, Kenneth. You heard wrong. But there are people over here who want to be light skinned because it's competitive over here. And any advantage that you have, because a lot of times, if you're in the entertainment business, the beauty pageant business, politics, and all that stuff, which you're not going to be, by the way, and the masses of people aren't going to be, you're going to see that. Okay. But that's all over the world. That's how it is in America. I mean, come on, guys. One of the first black millionaires, Madam C.J. Walker, how you think she made her money? Selling whitening soaps and hair, creams to make your hair long and to look more European, to look more white. That European standard of beauty, that's worldwide. Go to, they just in the last few years came up with a law in certain countries in Africa about that false advertising. Okay, if your population is black, then you gotta have black people on the billboard. But that's everywhere. Hell, it's still in America. All them women with that damn weave glued in their hair. Where do you think that comes from? But that's just how it is. But it's not gonna stop you because it's just not, man. It's just not. I mean, there's just too many success stories over here, myself included. Marilyn's not the first woman I had, man. Okay, I've had several over here. It's going to have a lot to do with your personality and the fact that you got some money to offer. They throw their skin out the window. There's some women who prefer white men and this and that. Some women prefer Asians. Some women prefer black men. Absolutely, that's everywhere though. But I've lived here on and off over 15 years. I lived for 6 years. I'm with my woman, man. In May it'll be 6 years. Okay. And if you, man, trust me, you're not gonna have that to worry about. Is whitening creams and stuff like that a big billion-dollar business? Absolutely, it is. But that doesn't affect me. All I need is one. So when people start talking about they, like, all you need is one, man. And you're gonna find that one. Hey, Confident Boy Speaks, thanks for that super chase. Said brother got stuck in Cebu, damn. Off the oh, you did off the Surigao del Sur tomorrow. So funny how getting stuck in Cebu is an inconvenience. Yeah, well, that's only like a what? A 40, what's that, like a 30-minute flight now. Maybe even less than that. Confident Boy Speaks. They got a new airline that flies from Cebu. It's 30 minutes, I think. It may even be less. Raymond Smith said, Cal, don't hear none of these cats talking about getting their ladies checked out. All they want is to hit the sack. Man, I tell you. Cos was telling me a story the other day. It just um, bears witness to what I be saying over here. The foreigner comes over here. A couple of videos I made. The one, age of consent. The girl's 17. I guess the foreigner found out and left. But anyway, she was already pregnant. He didn't even know. But I guess he found out and left. It's a double whammy. But you're right. We won't do it. But that's what the 8,000-mile club is for. We help each other, man. We counsel them. We tell them our experiences, what to look out for, what not to look out for. And that's one thing to look out for. But whenever I say that to a guy, he'll say, "Oh, you think it's gonna hurt our feelings?" Come on, man. You go to the doctor first. You bring that bill of health with you, the clean bill of health with you. And while you're chatting, that's something you should be talking about. There's a guy who he follows my channel. He's part of the 8,000 Mile Club, but he's one of those guys who he doesn't like me. And I don't care, but I'm saying we still in this together, bro. He tests every woman before he even gets there. He spent a lot of money doing that. But I can give him that. Okay. Fresh Aloha, I said, Brother Cal's crazy about the trolls out there. I believe if there is no enemy inside, then the enemy outside would do you no harm. Yeah. But I can understand the enemy without. Because there's a lot of guys, man, they watch us because they're the ones who keep this genre going. See, you know, you'll hear people say, "Oh, well, it's too many vloggers out there. You know, they talk about the material and content we make. It's not first class." They don't understand. For some people, it's entertainment. They'll never come to the Philippines. It's just entertainment. They want to know what's going on over here. They do live vicariously through us, but they're the ones who finance this whole thing. Because once you become a member of the 8,000 Mile Club, you understand what we're talking about. You've experienced everything we're talking about. But it's the enemy from within I don't understand. I just I don't get it, man. Well, not all of them. Not all of them. It is true that some of them do. Because some, believe it or not, Jason, and you know this because you're part of the club. If you look at a job posting, a lot of them are going to say fair skin. Believe it or not. Okay? That's what they're going to, that's just how it is. And even if they don't say it, they're going to think it. But it's the same thing in America, man. For so long, light-skinned blacks and dark-skinned blacks, there was something going on with us. You know, do the right thing. What was that? Do the right thing where that was going on. But any black person will tell you that. He says it's worth having a kid in your 60s. Well, Booby's 4 now. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna press your nerves. But if you part of the club, you can understand how that can happen because there's no birth control, and you know they want you to go in there raw. They want the cream pie. See, and if you part of the club, you understand that. You know, but it's so. If you're part of the club, that's no big deal because you see it all the time. Before I ever had a child in the Philippines, when me and my girlfriend at the time used to go to the mall, I should see it all the time, and I never understood it. I was like, wow, these older guys, they really come over here having babies. I thought you couldn't have a baby when you get old, but now I know they want you to go up in there raw. They want the cream pie. That makes them feel good. I heard a woman, and I actually heard her, you know, talking with Marilyn. She's mad because her old man, and she's got an old man, he can't come anymore. They like to make, you know, they're like any other woman. Hey, Roger, thanks for that super chat. He says, I can probably book a flight to Cebu in December if I'm not busy for that meet and greet. I'll just need a date. Yeah, I'll let you know because I already got Marilyn on it. She's going to check with the place that Meg's Resort. And I may get in touch with Derek Q. We may have it and see if he can find me a place in Cebu. Because, you know, he's part of the club, man. People be hating on Derek Q, man. Derek Q, it doesn't matter if you love him or hate him, man. You know, he's about his business down there. He knows a lot of people. Every time I've ever had a meet and greet in Cebu, he's the one setting it up. Yeah, he said, Angelo, what's up? He said, you won't have a problem getting a date. Hey, did you get those CDs yet, Angelo? So you can quit wearing me, Angelo's greatest hits. Angelo's a singer. If okay, my microphone messed up at the meet and greet that we had. And Angelo's going to turn it out. He turned it out anyway. He did something about Pitbull. I was shocked, man, but he's like a professional karaoke guy. He's one of them. He knows what songs that's going to get people up and going. Thomas says, I would never understand the skin color of Filipino people. How can you help but getting dark when the sun shines bright every day? Yeah, that's just that comes from colonization. I doubt before the Spanish came over here they had that problem. Okay, I doubt that very seriously. But the lighter you were, the more favor you found with the Spanish, and then you see in the Spanish they're white. The same as in America, same everywhere. Wherever there was colonialism, you get that. You're always going to have that. But there's one lady who, and she's half black, half Filipino. She's starting to like proud to be Morena movement. This was a few years ago, right about the time I started my YouTube channel. And you'll see it, a lot of women, they don't care about that anymore. Because believe it or not, the guys who come over here, they want a Moreno. They want a dark skin. I don't see Jenna Lynn having any problem getting me in. Okay, I guarantee you they flooding her PayPal and super chat and all that. Okay. Since her and Kevin broke up, D Ward said, Big man, can I use a work visa to bring a Filipino to the US? Yeah, I believe Sam Champion did that. That's how he brought his wife over. And then they finally got married. Yeah, that's what he said he did. But you got to look through all of that, the requirements and all of that. But yeah, you can do it because Sam Champion did it. What's up, TJ? Said, good morning, Chad. I'm in Jakarta taking my girl to some K-pop concert. Oh, okay, they sold out in Manila and Vietnam. We had a K-pop concert here in San Carlos City the other day. It was crowded too. They love the K-pop over here. All that is Korean soul, and that's all it is. The Backstreet Boys, in Korea. That's all it is. What's up, Jackson? You still in Cebu? He said, when I retire, the last thing I want to do is do videos on YouTube. Yeah, that's a choice. But see, if you're part of the club, you won't have a problem with that. And that's your life. Okay. I'm thrilled to death, man. That's one of the things I was saying on the video. If you go watch it, I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't need it. I don't want to have a YouTube. Okay, but you coming 8,000 miles for a girlfriend. Okay, let's start right there. You're not better than me or anybody else with a YouTube channel. You guys are only saying that because you don't have a monetized YouTube channel. I'm so thankful that my YouTube channel is monetized. Guys, you'll never shame me with that. If I got a talent and I can get paid for it, I'm happy for that. Okay, that sounds like a hater to me. You're not part of the club. You one of them outside guys. Here's a guy, Jake Paul, put on he's a YouTuber, by the way. That's how he got rich. So you gonna tell me you're gonna turn down that kind of money, dude? It's easy to say that because you're not gonna be able to succeed on here. Everybody that gets on YouTube doesn't succeed. I'm not gonna hide. I'm not ashamed. It's kept me off that hamster wheel because if I didn't have my YouTube channel, I'd be working right now in America. I'm just telling you. That just sounds like some hating stuff. He said, Cal, I'm in the 8,000 mile club, but I still understand what you're talking about. Yeah, that's right. Are you in the 8,000 miles or you're not? I mean, even if you're, okay, if you were a Filipino woman, okay, which I think you're married to a Filipino woman, I think you met her in America, right? Now, have y'all ever come to the Philippines? But you could still understand me a whole lot better than somebody um, who's not dating a Filipino, not married. He said, Calvin, do other Filipino women approach you, and how do you turn down the challenge in the Philippines? Yeah, now, especially that I'm sunshine shoulders. Okay, but, I'm happy with what I got, and I don't look them in the eye, man. I'm a celebrity in San Carlos City. Anybody's ever been here tell you that. So, yeah, but I don't look at them. I just keep on going. I'm respectful in what I'm doing. I had a woman the other day. I stopped at a carrying what Carinderia stand, just to buy the guys across the street, the tricycle drivers. I bought them some of her food. I don't eat out of Carinderias. I'm not too good. I just don't do it. And she said, "Oh, you're so nice and you're so handsome." She said, and I just play. I didn't even look at it. I didn't even. I just paid for it and I left. But yeah, that's right. And see, as a member of the club, I understand that. Patrick Lee says, "Hey man, I want to get in touch with you. I'm 70 and have some health issues, but really want to come back to the Philippines." Jacob, can you put my email up for him? Hit me on my email. But yeah, that happens all the time. I just don't. I don't look at women in the eye anymore because you can see it. John told me that. Every hello is not the same over here. When you walk past a woman, you say hello. And sometimes they're like hello and they keep going. Sometimes like hello, a big smile hits their face. But sometimes it's just because they're so friendly. But a lot of times it's not. That's when you know that hey, maybe they're interested. He said, "Yeah, we're all in this together. Absolutely. The potential is over here, man. I've seen it. I remember when two of my subscribers, Smiley and Sydney, they rented a damn yacht, man. And, bunch of expats and they girlfriends, man, we went out on the ocean, man. That's the kind of stuff that you do in the club. You don't sit around and arguing and putting each other down and stuff like that. We had the food, they had all the drinks. I don't drink. The women was, swimming, the music, we had the music. It's so much potential over here, man. There's no reason why you should be lonely and isolated if you're a member of the club. He said, seems to me that you work harder than most of the YouTubers, Cal. Well, it's not, what do they say? If you love your work, you'll never work another day in your life. It's not work to me. It's just something that I'm able to do. When, okay, these live streams, okay, I stay on here for 2 hours, right? This is for y'all. When I was early in my YouTube career, a guy says, "Hey man, why don't you do?" Because I was only doing like one live stream. He said, "Why don't you do 2 or 3 live streams?" He said, "Let people get to know you." He said they'll be more comfortable supporting you, and it's true. Whenever somebody comes over here, man, it's like they know me already. But those videos that you see me making and uploading, it's nothing to me. People are like, man, I can't understand. How can you come up with these topics every single day? It's just a talent I've got. I don't edit and all that stuff. Every now and then you may see it where I may stumble over my words and have to start over or something. But it's just a talent. It's not work for me. So if my video is 8 minutes, that's all I spent that day on YouTube. Every YouTube is not the same. Some guys, they put out a video every 3 or 4 days because they're editing 4 and 5 hours and stuff like that. I don't do that. I talk about real life stuff, my life, and it makes it a lot easier. So whenever somebody asks me about YouTube, that's what I tell them. I say, talk about your life, man. You're an expert on your life and what you're going through over here, what you've seen. Don't try to get too fancy on YouTube, man. He said those whitening creams are ridiculous. Some Filipinos look ridiculous using them. Yeah, you don't see it as often because only the rich people can afford to do it. And if you get these creams and these soaps, man, the elbows is still brown, the knees is still brown, all the hair is still brown. And okay, it turns them, okay, when they get those glutathione treatments, it turns their skin white like this. They're white. It looks funny to me, okay? You see this. Look at your hand now because you're not on it. You see it's a difference. When they start taking that glutathione, this is how you know. This and this is the same color. And you be like, wow. I had to show Maryland. We were checking into our hotel in McAllen. I said, look at that woman's hands, Maryland. They were all the same. There was no distinction between her palm and, the outside of her hand. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. All I got is my authenticity. That's what makes me stand out from other people. That's what makes us all stand out. I'm not trying to be like somebody else. The fact that I talk about leaving that rat race and getting off that hamster wheel resonated with people. It's so many people want that. And that's what I owe it to. And the fact that I give you the nitty gritty, man, I ain't got time to be over here playing with you guys, man. Hey, Sam W., thanks for that super chat. He said support. People selling everything to become a part of this club. Y'all gonna stop taking this club for granted. But people over there, man, on the edge of their seat, wanting to get over here, selling everything. I don't take it for granted. He said, what are your thoughts on Mary Jane Veloso coming home, man? That's a miracle, really. I was talking with Merlin about that yesterday. It took Merlin a while for me to get Merlin to remember who she was. I really believe that one of those recruiters put those drugs in her backpack. And then the president at the time was Aquino. And he, a lot of, not just him, but a lot of higher ups in the government, man, they talked to that guy. They said, hey, give it a little bit more time. We believe this woman's innocent. And they spared her life, man. The day before she was going to get killed, she was going to get killed with the Bally 9. She was supposed to have been on that boat going over there to that little island, getting shot in the head. They saved her life, man. Now she's coming home. She'll be a national hero now. But yeah, that's a big, big, big story. I'm surprised it's not getting as much coverage as it should. Hey, I appreciate it, Alvin. Yeah, that's a big story, man. I mean, can you imagine being on death row in Indonesia? Because they don't play. They're going to kill you over there by firing squad. They don't play because that's what TJ is now, man. So, I hope you straight over there, TJ, because, they don't play. Weed'll get you a life sentence, 40 years. They were talking to some Australian grandmother that's over there, man. She got a lot of time for weed, a life sentence. Hey, Jelby says, hello, Sunshine Shows. Calvin says, hello, chat. I love the insight that you share over there. Much appreciated. Man, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. But yeah, this isn't work, Matt, for me, man. I did this for 16 years as an insurance agent. I was a guy who was not supposed to be successful in the insurance business. but I'm a good people person. He said whitening creams and soaps, yeah, my pet peeve because many are dangerous. Yeah. They don't think about the side effects. But remember, we're not in their shoes, Jim. You have to walk a mile in their shoes to know how competitive it is over here. And in any advantage you've got, and fair skin is one of them, but most of us, we're dealing with women who can't afford that stuff. Now, I went and got a manicure and pedicure the other day. The most expensive manicure and pedicure I've ever had, by the way, in my 15 years in the Philippines. And I'll never go back. Okay. But anyway, there's a woman sitting next to me getting the glutathione treatment. I'm thinking, lady, you can't afford that, and she's just sitting there. And I mean, you got to keep coming, not just once. You don't know what that shit's doing to your liver and all that, right? But over here, it's such a big business that they convince people that there's health benefits associated with it. It's more than just whitening. I mean, these stars are making millions promoting this stuff over here. But it doesn't bother me. I mean, I live and let live. If you think that's what you need, but hell, white people aren't white. Man, me and Merlin was in Savemore, the grocery store, a couple of years ago, right after they opened back up, and let everybody from the lockdown. And I turned next to me, and there's a lady, Filipina, man, her skin was white like this. I mean, it scared me, man. I was like, lady, everybody knows you're using glutathione. Like, why? Why would you want to look like that? Yeah, he said, man, I can't stand the rat race. 6 more years, then I'll retire. This is where I got my footing, Dan. And it resonated with people. And now I'm like, I had no idea that everybody was thinking like me. And I was like, man, I was beat up when I came to the Philippines. I crawled into the Philippines. I tell people that all the time. And I couldn't convince my then wife how worn out I was and how sick of that rat race I was, because that's where the cultural difference is coming in from dating Filipinos. To her, it was like, it's no big deal what you're going through. She had no sympathy for me. See? But I was done, man. I was cooked, man. I was cooked, man. I had been working hell for 45 years, really. And then the last 16 in this competitive ass insurance business where what have you done for me lately? You could have the best, you could set all kind of company records in November, but come December 1st, it starts all over, man. That shit has a toll on you after 16 years. The only thing that really saved me was those renewals. He said, what happened to you, Cisco? I remember what happened when you stopped joining the chat. He's part of the club, though. He said, damn, I see the USD reach 59. Yes, 58.9, man. It's crazy over here now. I'm taking Merlin and the kids somewhere today. We're going to surprise Sahara. She's up in Bacala going to nursing school, and she gets lonely up there. She came home last weekend. I said, let's just surprise her. And it gives me an excuse to get a massage. The best massage I ever had in the Philippines. It's at El Fisher Hotel in Bacala. So if you're in Bacala and you've never been to El Fisher Hotel, it's called the Cocoon Spa on the 4th floor. It's where the restaurant is, well, one of the restaurants, the swimming pool, and then it's a separate spa. It's the best in the Philippines. Nothing even comes close. And I'm not talking about happy endings. I'm talking about a real massage. I mean, I'm hooked on it. He said, laugh my ass off. Who is just running around with flowers in their pockets? Yeah, like a crime movie. Right. But I'm just saying, That's where this woman's coming from. Indonesia, they don't play. You know, the battling nine. I mean, their parents and everybody was crying, pleading for mercy. And you know, they've got the largest population of uh, of Muslims in the in Asia. It's like 270 million, and they don't play with them drugs, man. They strict over there. A lot of Africans get caught up over there, man, and get killed. You know, dealing with them drugs, and that's the crazy thing about it. That's why I say when I get on here and say the things I say, I'm not going to stop anybody from coming over here. I'm not going to stop anybody from doing the crazy stuff we do over here. When you join this club, it's an exclusive club. When you come 8,000 miles for a girlfriend, that's an exclusive club because they put their life on the line carrying drugs in and out of Indonesia. They know that if you get caught, you're dead. There's not enough money in the world, man, for me to take that risk. Hey, right, man. He said, I'm Chris from San Diego. He said, I love your channel. He said, my dream is to get there someday. I'm 58 and retiring soon. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you. You know, I was talking to my buddy Harry Shoulders today. Just take a vacation, man. Take a damn vacation. You don't have to retire to come here and be a member of the club. But guys will come over here, get everything that they wanted, join the club, and go back home and then start talking about the guys over here. Like, dude, you part of the club. We're all the same, guys. I'm telling you, we're in this together. But we'll try to distinguish ourselves from each other like I'm doing it better than him. You know, my girlfriend has her own money. So what? You still came 8,000 miles, fool. That's what we got in common. Let's start right there. Okay? And build from there. I don't care how much money you got. You still came over here. I don't care how old you are, how educated you are, uneducated, whether you went to school or not. You came 8,000 miles for a woman, so now you're part of the club. Let's get along, man. Let's see how we can help each other moving forward. He said, I wonder what's the help been. Yeah, they'll make up some shit. Okay? I'm just telling you. He says hundreds of millions of people in the world were brainwashed into hating the color of their skin. As a result, they will go to any lengths to lighten their skin. It's true. It's true. It's just a fact that you can't. Facts don't care about your feelings. Okay, our facts aren't feelings. I mean, our feelings aren't facts. People get emotional about it when you start talking facts, but it's just how it is, man. Black people did it. We're still doing it. We've come to believe that, okay, now you see people getting their lips filled in, they want bigger lips. Okay. Then you got black people give it their long ass hair. They look ridiculous to me because we're convinced that there's such a thing as good hair and bad hair. There's no such thing as good hair or bad hair. It's hair. Okay. Yeah, show some love, man. He said, hey, Cal, looking at other vloggers, you can tell they watch your channel. You're a big influence, man. I mean, it's flattering to me. Merlin said that to me yesterday, you know. And I said, what do they say? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery or something. Uh, but that boots on the ground is not original to me. You know, it's a military term. But I was the only one that started using it over here, and everybody using it. That's okay. Yeah, looking like a ghost. That's what it is. That'll scare you. It'll scare you, man. I mean, it really looks bad. Okay, Matt. Remember, man, let me get that interview with you. Come on, man, you're a member of the club. soon to be a member of the club. You certainly a member of the Sunshine Show's community, the fourth quarter. Once you get your feet underneath you, because that's a long walk, man, you deserve a good vacation. Come on here and talk about your walk, man. This man walked from Oregon, guys, okay? Where were you? Portland, Oregon, all the way to South Carolina, walking 25 miles a day. Now, you have to talk to me to understand how hard that is. I did it for 4 days and it kicked my ass. Yeah, if you're over here, man, I don't know how long that 59 is going to last. It didn't last long. It was 59.09. Now it's 58.9. It may jump up to 59. But yeah, it's a good idea. He said, does Bacala have a beach? I don't think so. I think Bacala's like landlocked. But no, it does. It does. They do have a. No, let me take that back. I'm wrong because you have to go from Bacala to Iloilo on a ferry. But I don't know. They don't have any beaches that are renowned. Is that the people? Here, get that. Just give it to them. It's 2000. We don't have 1900. Yes, lady showed up, man. It's so sad. Her son committed suicide, man. And, they didn't have the 1900 to pay the cemetery, the 1900 pesos. So they reached out to me, man. I'm giving it to them now, man. It's sad, man. Normally I don't do it. Normally I say, hey, I'm not a charity, but I know the lady who reached out to me. She's knocking at my heart, she said. And she showed the picture of him in the casket, and the young boy was 19. And they said he was depressed. They said he wanted to be a vlogger and this and that, and it was sad. And I said, okay, I'll give him the 1900. But normally when people ask me, because that's why I created the spin wheel, because the need is too great over here for me, for any one person. And then, when you do charity, you got to be careful. See, I'm not doing charity. That's why I created a game. It's a game, especially on a tourist visa. There's only so much you can do. But I never hesitated to help this lady, man, because that would break me in two. That suicide, man, it's just like anywhere else. A lot of young people commit suicide over here, but it's kept quiet. Same as in America. There's an unwritten agreement that the police and the news are not going to broadcast it because they're afraid of copycat. People going to, see the attention and all of that, and then they may commit suicide too. But I was wondering, like, because more people commit suicide than are actually killed, than homicide. Crazy, man, right? I didn't know that, man. I looked that up one day. Hey, Confident Boy Speaks, thanks for that super chat. He said, what we need to do is to get Harry Shoulders here in the PI. We would definitely throw a party for you, brother. Yeah, I talk to him every day. And I tell him, look, shitting, I get off the pot. Asked him today, I just said, just do it, man. You can just come over here for a vacation. I told him I'm going to give him, if he comes to San Carlos, however long he's here, he's got the guest house. He don't have to pay. Yeah, sad to hear about that lady and her son. In 2010, around the time I met my wife, my then wife, we went to see her grandmother in Zamboanguita, which is like 28 kilometers from Dumaguete. And there was a little guy there we had met because we stayed there for the whole summer. We rented a house there. And he ended up committing suicide. A little young guy, like 18. This little guy was 19. And they just get so, it's like there's no hope. See, that's why I tell guys over here, I suggest to you uh, that you keep a low profile. It doesn't mean hide. What I'm really saying is to be humble over here. We know you got more than the average person over here. We know you're living your best life. We know you with a woman half your age and all of that. But you don't have to flaunt it, man. Especially not over here, man. That's what I mean. I don't know about anybody else. When I say, hey, man, keep a low profile, I'm saying be humble. All that PDA with these men with their daughters and everything, they don't want to see that, man. Don't do that. Just wait till you get to the hotel or back to the Airbnb. That's what I mean when I say keep a low profile, because you really don't know. People in the club know what the struggle is over here. But the new guys who have just joined the club, maybe they don't know. Some people over here, man, they feel hopeless, man. I mean, really hopeless. They don't see any way out. And, they go that route. But that's why I keep a low profile. People are shocked at me, but this is how I was being. They're shocked, because like I told you in San Carlos City, I'm a celebrity. And they see me doing the stuff I do as a regular guy. If you want a picture, okay, that's fine. I don't flaunt this stuff, man, in front of people. If I can help them, I will. That's why people leave me alone, man. They don't bother me. He said, Cal, how'd you get the name Sunshine Shoulders? During the pandemic, I started my Facebook page first. And I saw a little boy going door to door during the lockdowns, begging for food. And Sunshine on My Shoulders by John Denver was playing in the background next door. And I said, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice 1,000 pesos every week to help a family here in the Philippines affected by the lockdown. And I said, I was thinking of a name. I was saying, what can I name myself? And the music was so loud. You have to be a member of the club to know how loud they play the music. And I was like, well, hell, I'll just be at that sunshine on my shoulder. It just kept going and it hurt my head. I'm looking over there like, would y'all turn that down? And then it just hit me. I'll be Sunshine Shoulder. Okay, we'll bring a little light into places where only darkness used to be. It all clicked like that. If you go on my Facebook page, I wrote that mission statement just like that. I never even thought about it. I just wrote it down. Hey, Dan, thank you, man. I'm just doing what somebody did for me. Yeah, he said, damn, lost another one. Yeah. She wrote me a long message, man. But this lady who wrote me, see, she used to help me when I was on the plaza when I did that, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Remember that game I had? But she would help me. She would look through the camera while I'm in the front with the people and stuff like that. She said, hey, I'm reaching out to you, my next door neighbor. Her son committed suicide. She told me the story and everything. Yeah, I hate hearing that. Yeah, she said, what's good, Cal? What's good, my U.S. Navy veterans, 32nd Street, San Diego, been to Subic Bay, Philippines before the internet. I know how many good Filipinos who have married U.S. sailors and are together. Yeah. That's what I was telling Jason. He said, I'm lucky. No, you can get unlucky over here. Yeah, 18 to 80. Blind, crippled, or crazy. Once you make that trip, you're part of the club. It's a distinguished club. We come 8,000 miles for a girlfriend. Now we can start the conversation right there. But it doesn't make me better than you. People want to convince you that I'm doing it better. I'm a Christian. God sent me here. It doesn't matter. Okay? And they try to sugarcoat it and justify it. Look, man, you came 8,000 miles for the same thing I did. Everybody knows why you're here. Certainly the Filipinos know why you're here. Even the little kids know. But we want you to think I'm doing it better than you. I got 5,000 per month and my pension and all of that. We don't care. You're still part of the club. You know better and you know worse than nobody else. Welcome to the club. Okay, we don't want to hear that stuff. Try to distinguish yourself from everybody else. Oh, my girlfriend's got her own money. She's got a good job. So what? You came over here for the same reason we all did. And just knowing that, man, that's just, I respect you just for that. Because that's a long ass way. Okay. Hey, Alvin, thank you for the super chat. He said support for our community. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Are you part of the club, Alvin? Just curious. Because when I start talking to you, I can understand you without you even telling me anything about you. Especially if you live over here. You don't even have to tell me. Just the fact that I see you're living over here, I already know we've got that understanding already. I know what you're going through. The ups and downs, the good, the bad, and everything else. See, somebody on the outside can't understand you. I can. When you live in a house where nobody speaks English. I live in a town. Boogie's the only one who speaks English to me. Maryland every now and then. You know, he said, can someone get married here without a divorce decree certificate? They don't have to know you were previously married, right? No. You have to have their proof. You have to get a cinema now, Angelo. It used to be, and I don't know when they changed it, but they changed it now. It used to be you had to go to your embassy and get that proof of singleness, proof to marry, that you can marry. Now you just got to get a cinema like the girl does from her barangay or wherever they get it. Now you need it. I mean, even okay, when I got the CRVA for my kids, when I got their U.S. citizenship, even though I was divorced, I had to bring my divorce decree with me to show them that I had been married before they asked all of them questions. And that's the U.S. government. So you can imagine what you're dealing with when you're dealing with the Philippines. They put you through the ringer. He said, yeah, let's bow our heads for the expat prayer. See, we understand that when you're part of the club. People who are a member of the club, when I tell them about the expat prayer, they don't laugh because they know, yeah, I can relate. I'm asking for forgiveness over here. Deacon Clap Cheeks is all over here, man. And they'll justify, that they're Christians or whatever it is. But all that goes out the window when they get off the plane. And see, I understand that because I've been through it myself. I don't knock them for it. But this is part of the, oh, I'm better than you bullshit that I'm telling you that we need to get rid of in the club. Okay? Because then once they empty their damn nut sacks and, and they pray, they say it's a that prayer and ask for forgiveness. Now it's back to being self-righteous. I'm not over here. I'm not like you. God put his blessing on this marriage, or this union. I was talking to a guy the other day. I said, don't talk that stuff. I said, good and well, when you get off the plane, you're going to fuck that woman. That's what I said to him. You're not going to have that Bible with you. You're going to throw that damn Bible out the window. Okay? Only when you get finished are you going to pick it back up. And that's okay. But don't talk that stuff to me, man. You're not going to marry that woman the minute you get off the plane. You're taking her to the hotel. You're part of the club. We understand that. We all been through that. But the getting here makes all the difference in the world. That's what makes it the club. See, you've been here for a long time, Thomas. Long enough to empty your sack, have a post-nut analysis and all that. It's guys who are dying to get over here. They can't do it. It's going to be another 3 years, another 5 years. They're afraid of flying. They can't afford it. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Yellow? We're just saying we're all in this together. We're the same somewhere along the line. We got more in common than we do different, but we want to focus on the differences. Oh, I'm black, he's white. I'm from the South, he's from the North. Oh, I'm from England. Now, once you become part of that club, once you come to 8,000 miles, we're the same. Because when Kyle sent me that video of the guy, he's an old guy. He looked to be in his mid to late 60s. He could have been in his 50s, but I'm telling you what he looked like. And the girl looked like to be maybe 20, 21. And she's pregnant. He's sitting there rubbing her shoulder. They look at each other. And it didn't, I didn't get any feelings over it. They're like, oh, look how pitiful this is. That's a shame. And none of that went through my head because he's me. And I'm him. He said, I got $2. Who loves me? That's my motto. I'm not looking for anything other than a fun time. Laugh, singing, people around me enjoying life. Yeah. But you're still part of the club because you're eventually, even if it's just a girlfriend experience that somebody pointed out to me, it's the same. Y'all don't understand how far it is to come here. But if anybody comes over here, hey, the photo op, he said, what's up in the club? Yeah, I know you're part of the club. I see her standing next to you. We understand each other. We have that understanding. What's that song by? Does anybody know that song by Jerry? What's Jerry, the soul singer? An understanding. What understanding? When you got that understanding, we don't even have to stop and talk. We can walk past each other and go like that. And a lot of times that's what we'll do because I know what you're going through. I know the good times you're having. Yeah, Deacon clap cheeks. It's true though. It's absolutely true. But that's okay. They're part of the club. They're the ones who's trying to set themselves apart from us. Now, once you come over here for that woman, you're forever a part of this club. Remember, okay, it says it doesn't matter what race, creed, color, religion, or political affiliation you belong to. See, instead of us getting along, we bring all that same stuff that divides us at home over here. But not anymore. We're getting rid of that because you're part of the club now. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. Every time you look in the mirror, you're gonna say, "Damn Calvin, damn Sunshine Shoulders." I am part of the club. I did come 8,000 miles to empty my sack, okay, and marry and get a girlfriend or whatever it is and apply for the visa because they think just because they get the woman and take her back home, no, you're still part of the club, dude. He said, hello and happy holidays, Cal. Not sure if you know, but from the signs shown, the true girls seem to be ending due to life changes. A few of us suggested if they reach out to you to say thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I didn't know, but the channel wasn't growing. And I think maybe eventually all of them, I'm sure, have got suitors. Okay, they've got members of the club now because they're part of the club. Not just you, but your woman. She's part of the club. And I think that's what it is. Because they came to my meet and greet one time. That was a good meet and greet we had. I mean, they was the real deal. They were here. Okay, I'm gonna say, Filipino Peace is like, she stands out from everybody. But as far as the women, the true girls was in there, man, long before everybody else. But they really couldn't take advantage. Now a lot of these other women have come into the mix and kind of passed them up. They had it. I gave them the ball, but they didn't run with it. Okay, the potential was there. What's up, OB? Says I'm here, brother Karen Macton. Wow. And he said, yeah, because of you, a lot of us met them across the world. Yeah, of our introducing them to us. Oh, yeah. I have a friend, man. His name is Coach J. He's actually not far from where he's from, about, I guess, 40 miles from Louisville, Kentucky, but he lives out in Washington State now. And he was with Jim, and they came to St. Carlos City. He said, I want to meet you. And, he asked me, he said, hey, man, she's got a YouTube channel. Can you help her? And man, when I seen Jim the first time, man, you got to realize, man, this woman, these guys are talking about, oh, are they thick? Yeah, she's thick. And it was so funny because, man, she had on a mini skirt, man. And you ever seen her legs in person? And I said, oh, man, these guys are going to go crazy if I introduce this woman. And I just did like a short little video with her outside of Mile 1. And then I brought them on my channel, man. People went crazy. The super chat quit working for some guy. He sent so much money because I said, whatever super chats I receive, I'm going to give half to the true girls because, they weren't monetized yet. They had 21 uh, they had 21 subscribers when they came on my channel. 2 days later, 2 or 3 years later, they had their 1,000 subscribers. But they still had to get the watch time on. Okay. It was the same as Sharon Lapu Lapu and a bunch of people. When Sharon Lapu Lapu came on my channel, y'all don't know this. I do. She wasn't even Sharon Lapu Lapu. The name of her channel was the Island Lady of the Philippines. That was her channel. Somebody suggested to her to change the name. I don't have nothing against any of these people over here, man. I'm part of the club. They had something against me, and I don't understand it. But it's so many that I tried to help. I'm trying to help Paul now. But I can only take you so far. I can say, okay, I'm going to introduce you to my audience. It's just something that I think YouTube was, because the same thing happened. Somebody did it for me. And you see it. That's why a lot of guys, they collaborate. They're saying, okay, I'm going to introduce you to my audience because we don't have the same audience for real. Okay. Believe it or not. Yeah, they had a chance, man. I'm going to tell you, they had a chance because I'm going to tell you, let's see. They all fairly attractive, but that, Jim's like a brick house. But then the other girl, when you see them in person, that Clara, she's a stunner, man. She was when she came to my meet and greet. I mean, she's an absolute stunner in person. Okay. Okay, Patrick. Okay. But I think that's what it is. They eventually found somebody. And somebody sent me a video today of, it was a good video. Again, bearing witness to what I'm saying because uh, I think it's Chad Foster is interviewing this woman. I think she's a YouTuber. But she was telling him, because I only looked at a little bit of it. I had to do my live stream. What happened? What did they say? They okay? Huh? Um, Well, anyway, she had dealt with foreigners before, right? And they all, you know, basically used her. So she said, okay, I'm gonna get revenge. And that's what she did with the guy, right? And this is what I was telling the guy. He was calling me on a consultation the other day. And he says, the girl that he's so in love with, man, you can't, like I said, he's getting ready to become a part of the club. She's been with 3 foreigners already. And I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. Why don't you meet 2 other women before you come over here? Why you put it all in one basket? And of course, he said, well, he prayed and God told him, yeah, I'm going to send you her. She's going to be some trouble, but you're going to have to smooth her out and all that stuff, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I told him, I said, God ain't told you nothing. That's you telling yourself that. God ain't told you that. I said, if you are serving a God that's going to send you a woman like that, you need to get another guy. But this woman went on to say how she made the other man pay for what those other men had did to her. And that's what I was telling you before. That's what's going to happen to you. Because women here, they ain't in it for the games. We are. When you meet a woman, when you come over and meet a woman, she dead serious. She's going to bend over backwards. She's going to do everything for you to make it work. And then if you split, she's going to be broken, man. She's going to be heartbroken. And the next foreigner that she deals with is going to have to pay for what you did or didn't do. So you imagine if somebody's been with 3 men, been through that script 3 times, bent over backwards 3 times, lady, you ain't got a back left. And you're going to say, well, how would I know? What do you mean, how would you know? When you go to make love to her, you're going to see you got sloppy force, And he said, well, how do you know? Hey, Paul, yeah, thanks for that super chat. So I'm going to get better. I'm speaking that into existence. Thanks, yeah, for the support. Yeah, I wasn't talking about you. I'm just saying I can only bring the people to you. You got to keep them. Because believe it or not, man, y'all not going to believe this, man. Okay. Andy Omar actually did, I only had like maybe 500 subscribers. And he really did like a video where he talked about he called it 3 up and coming bloggers in the Philippines. See, this is before I really knew Andy Omar was like a troll and stuff. But he did that for me. Vagabond Waits did that for me. Black American Expat Radio did that for me. Let's see. Those 3 I know. I mean, they absolutely introduced me to the audience. Because at that time, Vagabond Waits had like 30,000. I mean, he might as well have 1 million for me. Same with Andy Omar had like 3,000, and Black Expat Radio had like 5,000. I mean, for somebody just starting out, they might as well have been 1 million. But they said, here, man, we want you, we're going to show you, we're going to introduce you to our audience. And it helped me a whole lot, man. And so I do it for everybody else. But, some people appreciate it, some people don't. Some people act like, now they'll say I didn't help them. Hey, Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He says, is there any telltale signs that she had been with a foreigner in case she's lying? Well, she's too comfortable with you, first of all. She's too comfortable. Okay? And then when you take her somewhere, she's not excited because she's been there before. She's just not excited enough. They're absolutely excited to meet you when you come over here. They want to take you around and show you all. You're the trophy. But the number one sign is when you lay down, man, you can tell. These are small women, man, and then you go in there and it's all blown out of proportion. Because, I'm not throwing Filipino men under the bus. They're not packing a punch, okay? So you come over here and it's already blown out of proportion. That's the number one thing. And you're going to look around. You're going to see little telltale signs. She may have an iPhone already. Where you get that? Or something like that. She's going to have something authentic. because there's a lot of knockoff stuff over here. But the main thing is it's going to be, she's too nonchalant about it. Okay, Filipinos, they're very bashful, man. They're very shy. It takes a while for them to get to know you and feel comfortable. Honey, are you going to get them ready? No, we're going. I'm going. And for them, for you to show up and she's just walking around like it's no big deal, and when you're coming through the mall, she ain't all on you. She's claiming her territory and different things like that. If it's just another walk in the park, that's a telltale sign. Okay. And then if you say, hey, give me a blowjob, and she really does it really, really good, okay, and you don't have to coach her and all that stuff like that, yeah, that's a sign. Okay. Some people like anal sex. You say, hey, let me have that part of it. And then if she willingly just says, okay, and you're there and she's not screaming a damn head off, that's usually a telltale sign. Well, this is absolutely a fact. This is absolutely fact. He said, Unc, what I've learned about life, your thought process manifests your reality. I try to stay positive. This is 100% true. Okay. A lot of those philosophers, they disagreed on a lot of things, but the one thing they agreed on was we become what we think about. Your thoughts become things. That's the reason I'm sitting here right now in the Philippines, living the life I'm living. But this is absolutely true. You got to be careful what you say to yourself. I'm a loser, or whatever it is. You got to stay positive. Man, look, I try to help you guys. Let me show y'all something. I promise you, if you watch this video just one time, it's by Mike Dooley. It's called Thoughts Become Things, and he's speaking in front of that. What's that speaking group? That you can join in your hometown. What's it called? Somebody help me. It's a public speaking group. Well, anyway, Thoughts Become Things. It changed my life. It's so positive. I mean, it's so powerful. Where he talks about the scrapbook that he made of all the places he wanted to go, the house he wanted to live in, the car, the watch, the clothes, those things. And I'm not going to give it all up, but he said, about, and he said he read it every day, he looked it over every day. He said after 6 months, nothing happened. 12 months, nothing happened. He said then after 18 months, he got a promotion to Saudi Arabia and everything like that. But then what came along with that job was 3 months time off to travel anywhere he wanted to travel. He said he was in Hong Kong one day, eating breakfast at the hotel, and he looked up at the plate glass window, and it was the same exact picture of Hong Kong Bay that he had in his scrapbook. It convinced me, man. I get chills now because I did it. I did that scrapbook, man. When I did the scrapbook, I was broke. It was like July of 2008. I made this scrapbook. And I put 2 places in there. I wanted to go to Perth, Australia, and the Philippines. I didn't even put anywhere in the Philippines, but I did put Perth, Australia. I looked at it every day. Nothing happened. About 30 days later, okay, I'm a Medicare Advantage representative. So every year we got to certify. So I'm getting the number so that to this company, the Essence Healthcare. I called to get the number to know when the test is going to come out so we can take the exam. Well, the lady gives me the wrong number. She gives me the number to Tom Edgston. He's the national broker representative. He's recruiting FMOs in my area. Well, after we got finished talking, he gives me the contract. Now, 7 months later, man, I had 15,000. I'm talking about free and clear in my pocket. And then 2 months later, I got a check for 64,000. Half of it was my agent's money, but the other half was mine. And I was in Ohio. I know it's real. It's true. All this stuff is true. But people don't believe it because, hey, Blizzard Broad, thanks for that super sticker. This is another brother that's got a good channel, got good content. I try to help people to overcome that algorithm because the algorithm's a beast, man. But you can bypass it if you got good enough content and you got somebody willing to bring you on their platform. Because this is what happened to me. Otherwise, I'd have been out there in YouTube universe for 2 years or whatever it is, or longer before you get monetized. That's why when these guys talk about, oh, yeah, they have no idea how hard it is to get monetized on YouTube. Just because you got a channel doesn't mean you're earning any money. Are you earning enough money to take care of your bills? Man, that's a compliment. Do you really understand how big that is? I could travel around the world on my channel if I wanted to. I'm, you know, I'm settled here. My YouTube channel built this house, man. It's nothing to shake a stick at. It's nothing to be ashamed about. These guys are crazy, man. They're jealous some kind of way. They're out of touch with reality. Okay, if you go on YouTube, all the big Ben Shapiro, all those guys, Mehdi Hassan, Pierce Moore, what's his name? Pierce Morgan? Is that his name? They got YouTube channels. They're earning millions of dollars on YouTube. Man, y'all better put some respect on YouTube. For somebody to say, oh man, to try to put you down because you're living off your YouTube channel, man, they're out of touch with reality. They're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're dead wrong. He said, Perth, Australia is very nice. Women are very nice. Yeah, my next door neighbor um, is from Perth. And he's almost 80 years old. He went home. I think his mother just recently died. She was like 99. He said she already has a Vaseline and extra large Magnum. She's been with a foreigner. Yeah, Toastmasters. Yeah. Go on there and watch Mike Dooley. That's just one of the things that changed my whole entire life, man. When I read Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dennis Kimbro, even though I've read the original Think and Grow Rich, when Napoleon Hill died in 1970, he was writing a Think and Grow Rich version for black people to help, black people pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Well, he died. He was 100 pages in. And they found Dennis Kimbro. He had just a young, just graduated. He was going around the United States uh, interviewing the richest, most successful black people. And by the time he said his list got to 150, the Napoleon Hill Foundation found out what he was doing and said, hey, do you want to finish this book? And he said, I'm broke. Give me some money. And they said, no, we're not going to give you any money. W. Clement Stone said, we're not going to give you any money. We want you to prove the effectiveness of these principles. And of course, the rest is history. But all that stuff is true, man. But we've never been taught it in school. Andrew Carnegie, or Carnegie, however you want to pronounce it, he said if you teach them the laws of success in school, you can cut the time in school in half. Henry Ford had no formal education, no money, no influential friends. Y'all know his story. Wrigley, Wanamaker, all those guys, they used to meet in Chicago. All of them were broke, by the way. Every week they called the mastermind group and told each other their dreams. They're all billionaires, you know. Their families are still, money generating money over and over. But we don't believe it. So we don't practice it. We think the opposite. We think negative, and guess what? That's the life that you're living. The life you're living now is because of your thinking. You thought your way there. And you think, oh, it's Calvin's crazy. I'm telling you the truth. No, it's Toastmasters. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's Toastmasters. But thank me now for putting you on to that. That's a great speech. It's only 7 minutes long. But when I picked up Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice, he was speaking to me. His stories was more up to date. It was people that was familiar with. It was their backstory. Oh, and this guy's a hell of a writer, man. I mean, he'll make you walk through a brick wall. And I'm not talking about, he's not from that Zig Ziglar type. Okay, this guy's got a PhD. He's a professor now, Clark University. Powerful book, and you don't have to be black to read it. Just It's just called that to separate itself from the original Think and Grow Rich. How I even came up on the book is crazy, because I put Think and Grow Rich on reserve at the library. The lady calls me back, yeah, it's ready. I come down there. It's Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. I was going to I was handing it back to her like, lady, you gave me the wrong book. But I'm reading the back of it. And I pulled it back. I said, okay, I'm going to keep this. And I went from selling clothes, jewelry, and stuff out of the back of my trunk. I'm telling you guys, within 4 months, to earning over $80,000. I earned $87,000 my first year in the $82,000 my first year in the insurance business. Then $87,000. Then the rest of the time, I never earned under $100,000. 2 years, I earned over $200,000, all from practicing these principles. Because they'll tell you, oh, it's not true. It's a bunch of bullshit. No, it's real. Universal law is real. I tell you what, if you get up on top of my roof right now, I don't care if you're white, black, Asian, if you got a PhD, you never went to school at all, if you're rich, if you're poor, whatever it is, and you jump off, you're going to come down. Guess what? Because of the law of gravity. It doesn't matter. See, that's why I like universal law over some, God that favors other people. Universal law is okay. If you obey the law, you're gonna profit. You're gonna benefit. But if you violate the law, you're gonna be punished equally. It doesn't matter who you are. I can deal with that. I can't deal with some white man with a beard sitting up there. Oh, you're the chosen people over here. And okay, I'm teaching you lessons because I'm gonna keep you poor your whole damn life till you die. And I'm gonna give you everything you dreamed of in heaven. See, I can't get with that anymore. Yeah, he said, Cal, what is your final take on Peace of Paul? You have a part 3. I am. Paul's a good guy, man. He's the poster child right now. A lot of people are in unhappy marriages, or marriages that are really at a standstill, really. We gave him some good suggestions on what to do. Okay. I wasn't patronizing his wife. He's got a nice wife. But I see the problem. I mean, the woman practically was begging him to take me to Vegas. Well, take her to Vegas, man. And he said that he was going to, step up his game because, we can get complacent. See, that's what happened with my marriage. See, I can only speak for myself after being married for 16 years. My wife took me for granted. I'm like, no, you need to get out here walking with me. You need to go to the gym with me. She said, this is her word. Ninjas like you come a dime a dozen. That was it for me. I was like, okay, you think you can roll the dice and get another me? Do it. She's been looking ever since. She's been looking ever since. He said, a fantastic book to have a great life is called The Four Agreements. Life changing because if you apply those principles in your life, you apply. And that's the whole point. You see, my wife, when the UPS truck would pull up, we were living in the project. We didn't have any extra money, and she knew I was paying money for those books. She's like, we can't afford them damn books. UPS is out there. You know, I'd have to, if I was in the shower, I'd have to holler out, hey, man, hold on, because we live in a project. I had to run down there the towel on pay, right? But when I started applying the principles in the book and our life started getting better, when that UPS truck would pull up, my wife would run out there and get those books for me. Honey, it's UPS. Her whole attitude changed. But then once we got on Easy Street, where life was so much better, she forgot. She had that peculiar mental twist. She forgot where we started from. She forgot the projects, and you know, we were basically living on her AFDC and food stamps. Now it's all you think because you got on suit and tie. You think you all this and all that, okay? And it destroyed our marriage. But yeah, it's all about applying the principles. Same thing over here. He said, marriage takes work from both sides. It does. He said, man said you're married. You're not supposed to be happy. Oh, wow. See, I don't believe in that. He said, shoulders, you're right about the laws of the universe, but also let them know that they have to put the work in to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk. Yeah. And you don't, all you have to do really is set a goal and then start walking toward it, taking baby steps, doing all you can do. They say start where you are with what you got. That's all you have to do. You don't need any money. I was broke when I started reading that stuff, man. You know, but what happens is the universe, once you get your mind right and you get that faith, because you have to have faith to take the action. You start walking towards your goal. Now the universe starts sending the people and the circumstances, okay, to help you fulfill that goal. It's your subconscious mind is like the GPS. That's where they designed the GPS from. You put the destination here, and it's going to do the rest. But remember, it doesn't know the difference between a penny and $1,000,000. It's going to find the quickest, most logical, well, not logical. It's going to find the quickest route to whatever you want. But for most of us, we're thinking negatively. So it keeps you going backwards. You got to change your thoughts. That's a law. It's called the law of substitution. You can only think one thought at a time. So when you see yourself thinking negative thoughts, change your thoughts to positive. This stuff is real. I'm telling you it's real. I'm sitting here now because it's real. I went from being broke, living in with no formal education. I got a high school education, 1 year of college. At the time I started reading these books and applying the principles, following universal law, not some preacher at the church, seemed like he's the only one getting rich. I was living in government housing. I wasn't even on the lease. I was not on the lease. Okay, I couldn't be on the lease. I was technically homeless. That was in 2001 when I started, no, 2002, when I started reading these books. Imagine this. 2 years later, we're living in a 3,700 square foot house. I've got my own insurance agency, brand new convertible. She's got a daycare center with a van and all of that. But y'all tell me I'm crazy. Y'all say I was luck. I became so successful so fast. I'm just telling you my story. I'm not bragging. I'm humble. That the dope dealers, they wanted to be like me. See, that's talking about doing a 180 because it used to be I looked up to them. They wanted to be like me. He said, what's the most kids you've seen an expat with in the fields? I want 5 kids. Well, my buddy has 7, but none of them are his, but he claims them. And he takes good care of them. You dirty puppy. But just having 4 He was a brother. I met him on the bus. Me and Maryland, we were coming from Dumagetti coming home. He was coming from Dumagetti going to, his truck had broke down and got fixed. He was going to pick up his truck. It was him, his wife, and their 4 kids. Yeah, he said, hey, yeah, faith without works is dead. He said, thank you so much. I love this chat more than you could ever know, man. And I appreciate it, man. It's a lot of people don't know about me because people are afraid when you talk like that. They think, some type of spooky stuff. It's not. This brain that you got here, you are a brain with a body. I don't know which one of those writers they call. I believe it was Og Mandino or maybe W. Clement Stone. They called it. It's the Aladdin's lamp. Okay, this. Whatever you wish for, man. Whatever you can have it, man, within reason. He said, "Hey, Cal, what's the name of the book?" It's called Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. But there's so many, man, that I can give you. I can give you another one that will have you read and you won't put it down. It also has it played a part in me sitting here today. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. Now, don't get it twisted because I did. I was like, I don't want this book. And it was an old book. I was waiting on a client. She was working in a restaurant. And she said, wait till my lunchtime. And I said, okay. There's a bookstore next door. So I went to the bookstore. And I'm running this used bookstore. And I hit a shelf and a book falls down. It's The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. I looked at the book. I was like, I don't want this. I can put it back. And I opened it up, start reading it, man. That's another book changed your life. Because at the end, he's got 10 scrolls. It's powerful, man. Stuff is real, man. I wouldn't lie to you. My life changed so fast, people thought I was selling drugs or something, man. It's like, what in the world are you doing? What happened to you? How did this happen so fast? Because I had nothing to lose, guys. I was broke. And when you have nothing to lose from trying and everything to gain successful, I don't know who said that, but it's true. By all means, try. I had nothing to lose. Everything they told me to do, I did. My wife used to look at me like I'm crazy. I'm looking in the mirror, reading those affirmations to myself. When Og Mandino says, okay, write the salary that you want to be earning in 5 years, put it somewhere where you never see it. I did that. I did all of that stuff, man, because I had nothing to lose. And it all came true. The house we ended up buying, guess what? It was in the very same neighborhood that my wife always dreamed of living. Okay? I already knew it worked. When I met Marilyn and Bowie was born, I was broke. I'm being generous when I said I had 2,000 US dollars. I'm being generous. But I had that 1,400 coming in. Bowie was 1 month old. I told Marilyn. Because I got focused again. I started reading my books and doing everything I used to do. I said, by the time Booby's 1 year old, I'm going to build us a house. Of course, she didn't believe it. Why would she? Because it was outrageous, outlandish, rather. Booby was 14 months old. This house was built. Okay. I'm just telling you what can happen. Some people just, Napoleon Hill said, if you work from your neck down, you work $2 a day. Some people, that's their thing. They work for somebody else their whole life. They get the pension and all of that. They buy the house and all that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you start working from here up, man, there's no limit, man. There's no limit. He said, but Calvin, I don't think Paul was able to read the comments. Can you fix? I can't fix it. You can read them. He said, cream pie. Well, it's true. When the guy said, hey, what's it like having a baby at 60 years old? I said, well, if you part of the club, anybody that's watching this is part of this club, you see that that's nothing out of the ordinary. Okay? They want the cream. They want you to give them the cream pie. They're disappointed. Okay? If you don't, I told you that the woman was talking to Marilyn. She's mad because the man she's with, he can't come anymore. He's sitting there, sweating up a storm, but he can never finish. He said, ain't no way, taking care of self and kids ain't yours. That tune-up must be out of this galaxy. But you got to understand, when you help other people, you help yourself. That's universal law. This man's living good. He don't even live here. He comes back and forth. He's got a damn good business and everything like that. That stuff comes back to you, man. It cannot not come back. It's the law. Remember, if you jump off that damn roof, you coming down. I don't care how many children you got. What's up, Anthony Tucker? It's the law. The law of gravity says you're going to come down before you go up. But we don't believe it, so we don't do it. What's up, Retired 2019? He said, Cal, I went to the gym for the first time today, despite my doctor's objection. Being positive and focused helps. Yeah, now, hopefully you wasn't doing too much. But yeah, you can, man, your mind is capable of so much, man. Why do you think, okay, when I first stopped drinking, okay, which is another mind over matter. When you drinking and getting high for 23 years, then all of a sudden you just stop and never drink a drug again, that's mind over matter. That's principles involved in that. Okay? But anyway, he said, you don't want to do too much, but you can think. Your mind is powerful. It's capable of just about anything. But what I was going to say is, when I stopped drinking and drugging, I used to go to these what do you call them? Where these clinical trials is what I would do for money. Because nobody wants a hard dope fiend, and nobody believed I was sober anyway. So I was going to this place in Cincinnati, Ohio. And it depends on what the study was. They would give you 1,500, 2,500, but you didn't know whether you were taking the placebo or the real drug. And it's crazy how sometimes the placebo would outperform the real drug. And the placebo is nothing but a sugar pill. I mean, it's happened many times, because your brain, if you think it's helping me, it's helping. But it sounds too spooky, No, no, he could get it up, but he couldn't finish. They want you to finish. They want to know, yeah, I'm sad, I satisfied it. But hell, you're just gonna keep on, and then some guys, um, they ain't nothing but dust coming out. They but they're part of the club. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying that coming over here at 60 years old, look at Mark Thornton. He was older than me. I was how old when Booby was born? 57. I was 57 when Booby was born. Running 58. He was 60 something, 69 or something. He said, Cal, you and I have read some of the same books. I agree with you. May I suggest you put a list of recommended reading on your channel? Thank you, man. That's a great idea. I'm going to do that on my community page. I'm going to do it today. That's a great idea. Okay. He said, looking for other expats in CDO. We got a man, there's a guy named by the name of Claude. Reach out to me, Anthony, in my email, and I'll give you his contact information. You're gonna meet a better expat. He's building just a unbelievable house, but he's doing it himself. When we had the meet and greet in Davao, we rode the bus and stopped in CDO to see them. And I like CDO. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, see, we don't even meditate. We don't do a whole lot of stuff. For most people, um, God is always the answer, man. And you limit yourself when you do that. I'm not saying don't believe, but a lot of that, I remember a preacher told me when I walked from Louisville to Lexington, I had to have a preacher, somebody to sponsor me. Well, my brother, who was a preacher, I don't even know if he's still a preacher or not, but he reached out to one of the biggest black churches in Kentucky, in Shelbyville, Kentucky. And this guy, he had at that time he had the biggest daycare in the state. I mean, big church. Yeah, he's rich. And he told me, he said, when you get down and pray, you really praying to yourself. He told me that, and I was shocked. My father never even told me that. He said, yeah. He said, you really just praying to yourself. You got to have faith in yourself. Yeah, Booby is hilarious. Whatever she was doing behind me. He said, I've been clean and sober for 39 years. Life is beautiful. Yeah, no alcohol, drugs. I know. Okay, here it is right here. He said, question, Cal, what bank did you recommend? PNB, Philippine National Bank. Okay, that's y'all. I'm putting that in there. I'm simple. We're only going to be there, what, 3 days? 3 nights, brother. Yeah, PNB. There's other bigger banks, man, but, John put me on the PNB, and they were more likely to give you an account without, you being a permanent resident and all that, because the laws change. You don't have to be a permanent resident over here to open up a bank account. See, Sir Ron a lot, he's building his own house. He said, when's the next meeting? Now, we're going to try to set it up somewhere around Christmas in December. Okay, Ryan. Yeah, I'm going to get off here, guys, because we're heading up to Bacala. If anybody watching this is in Bacala, man, hit me up, man, because we'll probably end up going to SM Mall, Ayala Mall, get something to eat or something. But I'm going there for meal massage. Appreciate all the super chat, super stickers, all the thumbs up. But yeah, thoughts become things, man. Practice that law of substitution. When you feel yourself thinking negative, man, substitute it for a positive thought. And you don't have to get it all done in one day. You don't have to get a lot done. Just take baby steps. Already see and feel yourself in possession of what you're trying to achieve. It's hard, man. It takes a while. It's not going to happen overnight. Most of us want it now. We don't want to work for it. We want it for free. No, you got to pay in full and in advance. You got to do the work in advance when nobody's watching. They're only going to start watching when you start winning. That's all. He said, I just had to take temp custody of my grandkids, 1 and 5. The university kicking my ass, but we do what we must. Yeah, you must be asking for more patience or something. But remember, you talk about men stepping up and taking their place in society. That's what you always talk about. Well, here it is. You putting it out there. But remember, you can. I don't care if it is your grandkid. When you help other people, you help yourself. It's coming back. There's no way that it can't come back. It's the law. It's irrefutable. That law of compensation is irrefutable. Same as the law of gravity. And the longer it takes, the greater the punishment or the greater the reward. Guys, I'm telling you this. But thank y'all, man, and welcome to the club. Any new members? The I Came 8,000 Miles for a Girlfriend Club. That binds us together. It's a good starting point, man. We shouldn't be fighting, arguing. We don't have to hang around with each other. We don't even have to get along with each other. But respect, man, goes a long way. That's all we want. Stop making them stupid trolling videos about people because I don't care. It don't get to me. But to other people, it does. It discourages them from making videos that get off of YouTube. If you part of the club, now if you're not part of the club, if you've never been over here, then we understand that. You jealous, you envious, like half of all men in the Western world. Because we live in our best lives over here. That's why when you see, just give me that. I know what you getting over here. Like the guy said, I'm getting treated like a king and this and that. We already know, we understand. It's the hate that comes from within that we're trying to get rid of. There's no reason. Happy people don't hate. Happy people don't hate, man. Hey, Chad D, thanks for that super sticker. He said, can you help me? I just got out of Lewisburg and I want someone to buy my ticket there. I want to stay in your shed for free and meet lady boys. Yeah. Get rid of this guy. See, you're one of the people that we don't need. You're not part of the club. So now you won't get our help. You're going to get our boot in your ass. Grow up. Like I said, never in my life have I saw grown ass men acting so childish. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. He says, yeah, you got one of the best YouTube channels on YouTube. Great content. Thank you. Man, you know, it means a lot to me, man. You know, if I could just help somebody get out of their comfort zone. One guy's coming, he'll be here the 27th, man. He sent me an email. He said, I wouldn't be coming, man, if it wasn't for your channel. He said, you inspired me to take time out for myself and come to the Philippines. See, that's why I won right there. Now we're gonna get another member of the club. This is an exclusive club, by the way. A lot of people want to join, but they're unable to. Hey, Chadi, thanks for that super chaser. Sorry I'm late. I'll be here early next time. Okay, brother. Happy Sunday. Take care, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Remember, if you're in Bacala, come on, man. We'll go to Gunny's American Burger, man. I'll buy you a burger. Burgers on me.